Hi, here we are again, determined to ask good questions. Remember as you listen to the answers that video quality was not the key here. Content is what we were after. Remember, I didn't have a light crew or a sound crew. I just had this cheap little camera in my pocket for you. I wanted you to be able to be a fly on the wall as some of the world's most amazing people answered a question. I had the camera in my pocket when I had lunch with a hero of mine, a man that many people consider the world's greatest speaker. I had it in the clubhouse of the San Diego Padres and backstage with NBC's Last Comic Standing. I also had it for quite a few other people, including the man who made body for life a household phrase. So listen as these people answer the question, what's the smartest thing your daddy ever did?
He taught me that you just keep going and you keep going, and it takes a lot of work to get to the top of a Colorado 14er. But when you finally do, and you stand up there and you realize that you climbed that mountain, and the view that you can see up there, it was a metaphor for everything that I've been doing my whole life.
Well, I don't remember my dad. We didn't know. My dad was a POW, and I don't remember him.
Okay.
It's the smartest thing, I guess, die. He died. He died before he saw how we turned out. But we use him a lot in our act.
When I bought him his new house in New Mexico, he planted some peach trees in his backyard. And I went out there when I went to go see him one time, and there were those great big bulbs, those Christmas light bulbs, the big ones you can put outside. And he had them wrapped in the tree, in these two peach trees. He had these lights wrapped in there, and I was like, that's weird. So I went, I said, Dad, why do you have Christmas tree lights in your peach trees? He says, oh, I turn them on in the wintertime, and they keep them warm, and they don't die. And I said, that's pretty smart.
My dad was a hard worker. He also was a baseball umpire in those Alabama rural areas all of those years ago. And during those years, he was a man highly respected because everybody knew that he was one official who could not be bought. His word was his bond. He demanded that they play by the rules of the game. And he made it crystal clear that if he was going to be the umpire, now understand, he was unpaid, but if he was going to be the umpire, he was just going to make one call, and that call was either ball, strike, you're safe, or you're out. And as a bottom line, even on Sunday when he refused to umpire, which was another example he set for us, sometimes during the game they would have controversy and the whole team, both teams would come to the house, lay it in front of my dad, and he would make the ruling right there. He had that kind of respect. As a matter of fact, they called him Judge for that reason.
Oh, my daddy, he was faithful to my mom. He taught me about words, the real meaning of those words, semper fidelis, always faithful.
You know, I think the smartest thing my dad ever did was to realize the importance of hard work. And I kid you not. I mean, this is not off the cuff because I've thought about this several times. I thank him. He just passed away 4 months ago. But I thank him over and over again for teaching me the joy of working. And maybe today I'm a workaholic because of my dad. Maybe that's, I don't know whether that's good or bad. But there is real joy and happiness in hard work, and I got to credit my dad for that.
My grandpa, the smartest thing he ever did was take my brother and I fishing and untangle our backlashes, because we'd still be there.
We sharecropped. We grew up sharecropping, didn't own anything. Then went from house to house, or every year, 2 or 3 years, we'd go to different places. Probably the smartest thing he did, he bought his own place.
Married my mother.
Smartest thing my dad ever did, married my mom. She's an awesome gal. And he is, I'm telling you what, she is the only one. They're 57 years together now. And I'm thinking that maybe she's the only one that could have made it the whole route with him.
Took me to hitting and pitching school.
I didn't realize it at the time, but he gave me strong work ethics. Dad taught me what it was to work well before the sun come up to well after it went down.
Overall, the legacy that my dad left, and I think this was not just smart, but it was very wise, He left a model, he left an example for each one of the children to follow. He was an entrepreneur, but more importantly, he was a man of integrity and a man of complete resolve. He loved my mother, and he made certain that all of us clearly understood that we were to be obedient to not only him, but to our mother. When we learned the importance of parental authority as children, that was a message and a legacy that has stayed with each of us all of our lives.
So happy Father's Day. Feel free to pass this on by email or link to friends or family of your own, especially your dad. Make sure he knows that you would have had a better answer. And remember, the quality of our answers will be determined by the quality of our questions. So ask good questions.